everyone!
Hey!
Welcome back to another Thirsty Thursday video with yours truly, Sydney.
And Richard.
So, what do we got today?
So, we have something pretty exciting. Sid was recently on the East Coast, so she was able to pick up something special. It's a Grey Sail Captain's Daughter. So, I've heard some good press about Grey Sail. I'm really excited to try this. I don't know if this technically counts as a New England IPA, which is the hot style right now, but it is an IPA and it's from New England, so close enough.
Boom.
There you go.
When I went into the store, the lady was like, oh yeah, like, you won't find this, you know, on the West Coast. Like, this is something, like, people come in here for. So I was like, okay, hope you know what you're talking about, because we're legit on YouTube. So anyways.
Exactly. We don't play around.
We don't play around. Oh yeah, look at all that pea color.
It looks to me like grapefruit juice.
Ooh, it smells nice.
Ooh, super
smells,
fruity.
Yeah, like really fruity, like citrusy and like pineapple-y. It like feels juicy to the point where like my mouth is like salivating for it and like
yeah, kind of has that like feeling in your jaw.
Yeah, I feel it in my jaw already.
All right, should we try it? Cheers.
That's kind of good.
That's really juicy.
Yeah, it's really juicy. I have mentioned before I'm not a huge IPA drinker, but it's like strong enough punch for me to know it's an IPA, but it's not overwhelming me. It's if someone was like semi-new into drinking beer and drinking IPAs, I would recommend this one. Like, it's a good, like, middle level.
Sure, yeah.
IPA.
I mean, there's definitely bitterness in here, like a hefty amount of bitterness, but it's not the primary flavor. It's mostly like kind of grapefruity, little sweet, and then there's a lot of body to it too.
There's a lot of body. I personally still get bitter as an aftertaste, but not to the point where I don't want to go back for another sip. Someone who's willing to experiment with bitter beer, this is a good middle level, like I said earlier, to try. So.
Yeah, kind of a higher alcohol content. It's 8.5.
Oh yeah.
It's good.
What would you rate this?
I would give this a 3.5. That bitterness is still probably a little too much for me, just to have that bitterness sitting on your tongue the entire time you're drinking it, but it's really good. I feel like it's balanced.
Yeah.
It has a lot of body and a lot of flavor to kind of counter that. It's not just like drinking thin, bitter water like some beers are.
Yeah, that's such a good point. I would give this probably, I'd also go with the 3.5.
Okay.
In terms of acknowledging my taste buds not really being for IPAs. But if I had to think of like IPAs and rate that, this is one of the best IPAs I feel like I've had.
Yeah.
So like on the scale of Sydney's IPA experience, this would be like a 4.5. Like this is like pretty good for an IPA in Sydney's book. So, based on my personal preference, 3.5. Based on my experience with IPAs, 4.5. It's pretty good.
And actually, I feel more I'm drinking it, or maybe as it's warming up, it's kind of evolving.
I'm sure.
Now I feel like there's some kind of tropical fruit, like maybe some papaya or something in there. Some mango, yeah.
Yeah, I see that too.
Yeah, so I think this is something you could really sip and really think about and focus on. It'd be like a really
think hard about.
It's an engaging beer. Like it rewards you thinking about it.
Hey, you can have philosophical conversations with the beer.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Exactly. Oh, I never knew that about the Battle of Dunkirk. Very interesting perspective.
That's so silly. Okay. Well, that's what we have for you this week. If you're able to find this, especially if you're on East Coast, I'm not sure about, where they distribute, but as far as us being in Seattle, we haven't seen this, so
yeah.
Let me check out if it's near you. And I definitely would give it a thumbs up, and would recommend someone trying it.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely.
All right. So, well, there, mateys.
Aye, aye.
Aye, aye. Until next time.
Bon voyage.
Bon voyage. So yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
Find us on Instagram.
Yep. And we'll be right back here next Thursday.
Yeah.
All right. Until next pour.
Until next pour.
Ow.